5D Mystery School. So let's take a deeper look at the simulation. So scientists still claim that less than 10% of human DNA has a functional role. Okay, so as I've been over in previous lectures, this simulation is composed of mostly like light, which is photons, and data, subatomic particles, right, to say the least. A photon is an elementary particle that is a quantum of the electromagnetic field, including electromagnetic radiation such as light and radio waves. Let's stop there. So as I said before in my lecture, so radio, everything around you is radio waves, right? A photon is an example of a radio wave. So when I'm speaking about your thoughts being intercepted, that's because your thoughts are radio waves. But are scientists claiming that less than 10% of DNA has a functional role because they don't have the right code? Because DNA is code, which is why scientists claim big advance in using DNA to store data, which is like using your DNA like a hard drive. From Ichion National University, a new DNA-based chip can be programmed to solve complex math problems. The MIT Technology Review. What can DNA-based computers do? Biological computing is most promising for novel medical applications. Scientific American, the ultimate data storage solution, DNA. The double helix can archive a staggering amount of information in an almost inconceivably small volume, which is why the Neuralink that Elon Musk wants to release would just be like a plug and play. And with that comes dangers like this. Hackers could encode human DNA with malicious software. This comes from NPR News. Now, if the DNA is like storing information, then your body, which is composed of photons, can carry that information, right? Just read this right here about encoding. So it's like your information being projected onto your body, which is your thoughts forming your reality, right? Changes in your coding, which is like changes in your DNA, changes you as a person, which is changing the information that you carry. Now for me, this brings in the question, is your body an organic computer? Organic computers made of DNA could process data inside of our bodies. As you can see here, DNA computing was first demonstrated in 1994 by Leonard Edelman. You can pause to read the rest. And essentially, this just explains how DNA robots could use autonomous features. So let's say you take a simple computer. The computer by itself is just a body. It's nothing without the electricity, without the memory, without the hard drive, the information. And without the blood, heart, brain, and nervous system, we're just meat. Okay, so it makes you think with the mathematical precisions of our world, like the golden ratio, pi, the Fibonacci sequence, and so on. Did AI create us and now we're creating AI like a loop? Because, we have the moon, right? A artificial supercomputer that sends us into other realms like the astral realm, right? And it could very well be the memory, right? The RAM for the simulation. And more people requires more moons. But from a quantum perspective, it makes you think, does reality exist when we're not looking, like this article says? Particles exist in many states at once until you measure them. Can reality work that way? So it's like a video game. When you are playing a video game, your character is walking, but the game is loading as you are observing the reality around you. But if you're not looking to behind you, that reality has not loaded behind you. But when you turn around, then that reality loads at the speed of light. Also, every time a new idea is introduced to the simulation, it changes the coding of the entire simulation. And when people are asleep, they receive these codes, they receive these symbols in the astral realm, and you rise up with a new coding. Literally, you are a new person when you rise. It will be the same like in a video game when you get downloadable content. You're so used to playing the game in a certain way, but then the host, like PlayStation, will send you a new map or something, right? And then it changes the entire layout of your game, your entire experience. Okay, so if this mechanism that we perceive as time is working this way, where it's all happens simultaneously, then events that happen in the future timeline we receive as like ideas and dreams, then the ideas and dreams would be a form of downloadable content that changes our entire simulation, because somebody brings an idea in, they materialize it, and then it becomes like an invention like the Tesla, or like a spaceship, even though they're not going anywhere. But you see it like changes people's idea of what is possible. So sticking with the simulation theory, this means that running at faster speeds would be like our equivalent to evolving to like 5D, which would mean like the host computer of this particular simulation would be getting an upgrade, like a new operating system. The AI bots that we see in our reality right now that we're playing with can be like version 1, but in the future timelines, our bodies could be like version 500. We're just a biomechanical walking supercomputer.
5D Mystery School.